Ready and Hana do set. Konnichiwa, what's going on, everybody? My name is Jomel Socorro,
My name's Jarron Gaddis.
and we are the Wannabe Boo Podcast, bringing you the latest and greatest game anime news, reviews, and waifus for life. Welcome to episode 91, Spook Season. Well,
Spook Town.
it's been Spook Season for about a month now.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, like in terms of it's shortly before Halloween. You got Halloween coming on Thursday,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, Thursday.
So you get this week's worth of Spook.
Exactly. The only thing is though, see, the anime does a lot of good things to people, right? To viewers and whatnot. The one thing that it's really hard to do is scare people. Like I've never been personally scared of like a series like how.
Oh no,
a
I
movie
I
is.
was scared today.
Were you? Why?
Yeah,
Why is
I was
that?
scared by an anime because I was watching the next episode of Beastars.
Oh,
I was fucking terrified. I wanted to yell, Yameno! I, God, I hate that show. I hate it so damn much. I have to hate it. I'm contractually obligated to hate it. In my professional anime opinion, I hate it. But it's so fucking good.
because you're the epitome of the professional opinion, Jarron. Is that right?
Oh no, I am 100% the what's the word?
The
The
what?
kingpin. No, the intellectual superior when it comes to anime. Don't at me.
Well, in your professional opinion, Jarron, where can they
Mhm.
find us if they want to reach out to you for such high appraisal?
Oh yeah, if you want me to tell you your waifu's trash and exactly why, and make sure I turn my phone off before we start recording, you can find us on Facebook or Twitter. Just search WANNABEOABOO. You can also listen to us on YouTube, iHeartRadio, Google Play, Listen Notes, the Stitcher app, and Podcast Addicts, the Apple Podcast, and any other place that's picked up our show and or RSS feed. Yeah.
Good job.
I think that's all of them.
All right.
Pretty
Well,
sure.
yeah, I think so. Are you doing anything? Are you doing anything special for Halloween, Jarron? Anything spooky? Anything of the what's the meme?
Spoopy?
Yeah, anything
Oh,
spooky?
spook. Yeah, I actually have my costume down.
Oh, really? Like for Halloween?
Yeah.
Oh, what are you going as? What are you doing?
I'm gonna be, the thing we always laughed at. I'm gonna be a loser in my mom's basement for Halloween, watching anime and playing video games.
Doesn't really. I don't think it really counts as a costume if it's your reality, Jarron.
Exactly.
So, I mean, come on, Jarron. Maybe why don't you be something you're really scared of? Like, put on a fursuit one day and kind of embellish in it, you know?
Yeah, because I'll definitely want to be. It'll be scary because I'll fucking look in the mirror and then immediately stab myself.
Have a fucking what is it? The night of the cicadas moment.
Igarashi no, yeah.
Yeah, something the cicadas.
Yeah.
Igarashi
Yeah,
no
it's when the cicadas cry.
There we go. In this case, it's when Jarron cries, because he woke
cry
up.
every day.
You woke up in a fursuit one day, and it's permanently embodied on top of you.
Well, once you've initially put on the fursuit, it's
You've
only
given up
downhill from there.
You've given up your humanity. Is that it?
Yeah. You've already lost. There's no one that can help you anymore. Though I wouldn't say that furries should have to register as sex offenders. No, like that's not what they're all about.
Right.
You should have to register as a person that puts on a suit. Period. I'm sorry, it's weird. It's just weird. Why are you wearing a fursuit? You want to do the ears and you want to do the tail? By all means, come join the fucking fun.
Just don't do
Don't
everything
put on
else.
that fucking. Don't put on all that shit. Like what? What are you doing?
Mean, you can sort of find it compelling, right?
No.
Like they spend thousands of dollars on either making or buying into a fursuit and embodying their persona for that they've discovered on their own during some weird spiritual acid trip. I don't know, but
look. Them and their other kin can fuck right off. They're the reason why you can't look you can't look fucking Chuck E. Cheese in the eye anymore, because you're like, oh man, he's a fucking furry, isn't he? He's a fucking I can't associate with him.
Well, that's the thing. He's already a mouse. No, Chucky's already a mouse.
Exactly.
He's already a mouse. Yeah.
He's a furry.
Well, I don't. He's a mascot. Are you trying to say that all mascots at this point are furries? In this regard? Like Tony the Tiger.
Yes.
Who's the other one? The toucan. The Fruit Loop toucan dude.
Yep.
Him or the.
Well, I mean, I don't know. He looks well.
Well, he's not a. He isn't a fur. He has feathers. I don't know. If there's a distinction.
There's a different word for it, but
is there?
The umbrella term for them all is furry. There's like scalies, featheries, or whatever they're called, aviaries. I don't know.
Oh, but it's all like kind of
like there's a whole thing. Yeah.
So the umbrella term is furries to describe anthropomorphic animals. Then.
Yes.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Or does it?
And there's fish and stuff, I guess. I don't know. Whatever.
Mermaid? Mer people?
Or like full on, no, because mermaids are different. Mermaids are different. They have human uppers and fish lowers. That's fine. You know?
Mean, who wants to look like a fucking like scaly tube sock?
Hey, look.
That's kind of going.
Look, we live in a society
that we want to look like scaly tube socks. Okay. Okay.
I'm sorry. Look,
I get the.
I don't make the rules.
Obviously,
I don't make the rules.
Someone else is making the fucking rules, and they're fucking.
Yeah, and
delirious.
they should be shot. Like, they need to be shot, not with a gun. They need to be shot just with some. I don't care. They just need to be shot. They need to know my animosity.
Is that a pun?
And be shot with it.
Is that a pun?
Fuck it. I guess it is, isn't it? Damn it.
Yeah, you.
All right, we gotta end this podcast. It's just off to a bad start. I'm sorry. I hope you have a good Halloween. You know.
Okay.
Insert ending credits.
As always. Yeah, exactly. Fucking hell.
But no, let's since it's the weenie season, let's talk about some other non-fur related spooky shit.
Yes. Before we do that, another non-furry related. Another non-furry related topic as well is I posted this back on the day it was announced as well, back on the 25th of October. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so if you guys haven't known already, back in the 25th of October, Mr. Beast, popular YouTuber, you know, giving him a shout out, not like he doesn't need one, but he started an initiative that day, inviting everyone as well to he started the hashtag Team Trees movement, where his plan was to have everyone participate in planting 20 million trees by 2020. So
that's pretty swanky.
I found it to be very compelling. There's a whole video about it. I'll link everything to you guys to the video, and then I'll link you guys to the teamtrees.org teamtrees.org website, which is funded by, if I remember correctly, the Arbor Foundation. If I remember that correctly. So every dollar that you put in to donate will plant one tree. And as of like this recording, over 5 million trees have already been planted, and that's amazing. So it doesn't have to be a lot. You can plant one tree. You can plant 2 trees. If you want to take part into a greener future, guys, go on to teamtrees.org and donate whatever you can. Or if you can't donate today, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Go tell your friends, family, anyone else that wants to help plant more trees by 2020, or even just more trees in general. This is just a start of what we want to, invest in terms of our future, of this planet and our home, because we only got one home until we get to Mars. But Elon Musk is working on that.
I mean, let's be honest. That we get to Mars, it's it's over and done with already.
Well, that's true. By the way, we're not sponsored at all. I just found this to be really compelling when I found out about it. So, I haven't donated a lot because I don't have that much, but I've at least planted one tree so far. So I encourage all of you guys, weebs alike, to plant one tree or two or three, whatever you can, and tell anyone else that wants to plant trees as well.
See, Jomel, you're doing it wrong.
Am
You
I?
gotta make it more attractive. You gotta make it
Okay.
more attractive, all
Okay.
right?
Okay. How about you, Jerome? How would
Here
you
we
go
go. Here
about
we go.
this?
Here we go. So, hey, you weebs and weeblets. I guess more so on the weebs part.
Mm-hmm.
You ever wanted to plant your seed in the Earth Chan? Now you can. Mr. Beast is giving you the golden ticket to plant your seed to fill Earth Chan up with all your ooey gooey green. Donate today.
You know what? I think that might be effective.
There you
Duran.
go.
I mean,
Impregnate Earth Chan with your seed.
impregnate Earth Chan with their seed. You know what? That's fine. And you know what? And if you do, don't worry. She will be satisfied, because even in today's well, I don't know where I'm fucking going with this. Plant your seed today and give birth to a new Earth.
There you go.
Right?
Yep. And then continue. No, we're stopping that there. we're done. We're done with that analogy because that was about to get weird.
Yeah, let's not. Okay, but for real talk, guys, click the link down below, teamtrees.org, and spread the love, hashtag Team Trees, to know that you are part of a greener future. All right. But other than world ending, let's talk about other kind of scary realities out there, which is, well, not a lot of scary anime. Well, it's not scary to watch, but it's...
So we're gonna make a point here. Anime is not scary. Like, it may be if you have some sort of phobia or you scare easily normally, sure, yeah, I guess. But like on an objectively, it's just not scary. Unsettling, sure.
Yeah.
But it's not scary.
No, not at all. Like, I mean, you'll find a lot of horror anime when you go through the list. I mean, on Mal itself, they have like 436 that are tagged as horror, but none of them really have
a fucking lot.
That's a lot, but none of them really have an objectively scary, like, wow, how do you say, watch experience, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's like, sure that some have like, I guess, jump scares. Like so I used to have a tradition among my anime clubs where we would go out and find a spooky movie to watch or something. And typically we would watch what is it called? Corpse Party. Oh, excuse me. That's probably one of the more I mean, I'm sure there's more, and there's a specific author / artist that does really good horror work in his manga.
Are you referring to the Uzumaki series?
I think so. It's the one where it's like really fucking creepy.
Like the twisty... Is it the one with all the swirls and shit? The twisty twists? So that's the one I know of.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. One? Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what you just said. The twisty twist. Yeah. You sure is. What am I supposed to go off of that? Like,
I mean,
the twisty twist.
The entirety of the Uzumaki series is like swirls as a visual theme in all the horror elements. What are you saying? Are you not familiar with the...
I don't know what you'd mean by swirls. Like, give me an example. What? Give me one of the spooks that he did.
One of the spooks.
Yeah, one of the spook.
I mean, it's more so about just like you just said, like unsettling like imagery and shit. So like, I mean, I'll send you some right now. I mean, for you guys out there, if you just Google, like, was it Uzumaki manga series? Not Naruto Uzumaki.
You'll get Naruto.
No. Uzumaki.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah. This is yeah. It is just very unsettling shit.
There was actually a live action movie of this too. It was weird, but not scary.
Yeah, it was meant to, I heard it wasn't. Well, they did their best, but
they did, yeah.
Like, but still, it's unsettling. Never really like,
yeah,
like fucking Paranormal Activity was.
Which one?
Paranormal Activity. Actually, honestly, just the first one. Kind
Oh,
of the second one, but after that, it just got too standard.
right. Well, I mean, they didn't really change up their formula after a while, so.
Well, no, they did. They changed it completely because the first part of it was, oh, there's some invisible horror haunting you. I'm like, all right, cool. You know, it can grab you, pull you, do whatever. I'm like, yeah, that fucking sucks. Things that are invisible fucking freak me the hell out.
Oh, really? Okay.
And then a little bit more of that in the second one, but it was, they leaned a little bit more on the possession part. But, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just went full, oh, it's a demon, he possessed you. Wah! He's warping reality. Oh my god.
Whoa.
That kind of shit.
Hold on.
Though, I will say the third one was fucking funny. The second one was kind of funny too. But the third one was really funny because it was what would happen if something spooky happened in like the hood.
Oh, okay.
And that made me really happy.
Mm.
Maybe I'm remembering it wrong. The second one was.
I mean,
anyway,
Yeah.
I don't remember. Anyway.
Well, hold on. There is one that Japan has done some good in terms of like their horror.
What?
The Grudge series. Like
The Grudge is legit. It fucked me up.
It's not anime, but they do have a sense of what horror is like, but in a more live action sense.
Right. But I mean, the Japanese horror movies are fucking wild. Like, just to say the least. Like, if you ever took a long look at what they have, it's.
I mean, I feel like
there's some shit.
I feel like it breaks down from all their fucking what is it? Their lores and legends and shit that gets accumulated over time. So they kind of just, materialize that into consumable media. Scare the shit out of you with that. And Jarron, I'm looking through this fucking list here. I've ran into 3 different hentai that are under the horror genre.
So typically tentacle hentai does get counted as horror because monsters and shit are raping you. So that's scary for most people.
Yeah, I mean there's also this one. Wait, what? Dementia is a fucking tag?
Dementia?
Yeah,
I think that counts as mind break.
Yeah, there's this hentai here called Sesai, which is PI, Perverse Investigations. That's one of the fucking tags.
Whoa, oh my
Dementia,
god.
Dementia, fantasy, hentai, and horror. It's a visual novel.
But
or based on a visual novel.
I think we should go through some of these horror anime that are on this list, just to talk about them a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we can only go so far before, of course, we start recognizing stuff and it gets to the those anime.
Well, what do you mean by those anime?
The ones that are they're literally for children, actually for children, or just so obscure that not many people have seen them.
Oh, like just the outliers.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, the first 9 here are already like well known already.
Well, I mean, just to talk about what makes them scary.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true.
Or if I guess you could call it, if you want to.
Well,
call it scary.
Yeah, because what I'm guessing here is whenever an anime gets labeled horror, it's more so towards horror themes and realities rather than it being legitimately scary to watch. So
yeah,
that's pretty much what they kind of go for.
Right, but I mean, it's honestly kind of sad that I feel like there are a few. No, there was one that legitimately gave me, when you get scared, you get that feeling right under your fucking sternum.
Right.
There was one anime that I watched that gave me that, and for the life of me, I don't remember. It was somehow these 3 little kids got the ability to turn into not demon baby, ghost babies to explore the paranormal or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a scene where they're in this abandoned building. They're walking around looking for something. 2 of them go on ahead and it's like, oh yeah, I think we found something. And the other guy's like, all right, I'll catch up. So he's walking down the hallway with them, this long dark hallway. And when they get to the end of it, the last kid turns back because he thought he heard something. And you just kind of see the darkness kind of like when they were in it, it was like whatever. But once they got to the end, it looked like the darkness was like right in front of him practically. But from his perspective, we could see kind of down the hallway, and there's just this fucking like you don't hear anything, but all of a sudden you just see this fucking woman with like long, Japan's trademark woman, long black hair, all weird and fucking gangly, just sprinting down the hallway. That freaked me the fuck out. Like, I for the life of me, I don't remember what it was called, but maybe it'll be on here. Maybe I'll recognize it. I don't know.
Maybe.
Let's see. So yeah, first one was Tokyo Ghoul. I mean, I don't, maybe I didn't think this through. I don't know exactly how Tokyo Ghoul would be. Well, I guess it's horror aspect. Like how creepy is the fact that they eat humans. Oh
yeah, ghouls. You get a society with the existence of ghouls that attack people at night. Basic vampire zombie. Well, vampire.
They're pretty much vampire zombies.
Yeah, pretty much. Personally, I personally just like the first season of it, and then I read the manga from after that, because anything after the first season, anime wise, it kind of deters a lot.
Right.
So, I mean, this is more so a personal choice.
I'm just upset that the main character turned into an edgy motherfucker. Like, don't get me wrong, I do like my edge, but start off edgy. Or like first episode become edgy, like in.
Oh, you mean you don't like the build up of him becoming edgy?
No, I just want be edgy or don't jerk me around here. Because if you start off as a relatable character, I'm like, yeah, I like this guy. I'm following his entire struggle. Like I'm a ghoul, but unlike most other people's, I still try to retain my humanity. I really don't want to eat people.
Right.
Shit like that. And he's trying to fight. He's trying to. I feel like his goal was, classic shonen. I want to bring ghouls and humans together, blah blah blah, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He can get a little edgy as he gains powers, but a little bit, but still be him at heart.
Like kind of a badass, right?
Kind of a badass. He becomes a badass with, maybe he becomes a little stoic, but like it's a process instead of just happening all at once.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully it became more of a phase than anything, but.
I mean, a phase lasted a season.
that's a lengthy. That's about right for a phase. 1 season, and then you can then you can start thinking about your future, and then
you can become. You lose all your memories, and then you have sex with your fucking friend, and then
Exactly. There you see he in the end he became he went back to who he was, just with white hair, and a kid,
which is still edgy.
Well,
it's edgy to lose your memories.
Is it? Is it? No.
Yeah, think about it. Shadow the Hedgehog, he lost his memories.
And the basic default is edge for anyone that loses their memories?
Yes.
I think the default should be confusion, and probably a worry if you lost your memories.
Well, yeah. I mean, but if you portray it like that, it's like confusion and worry. But like if you just like, I lost my memories, my dark past will forever haunt. That's kind of shit.
Right.
It's like when you think about it, Shadow the Hedgehog, he lost his memories of his creation and everything that happened in Sonic Adventure 2. Mm-hmm. And then in the game Shadow the Hedgehog, he lost his memories because he fell to the earth, and he may or may not be the real one because he was cloned in Sonic Heroes. So we don't know if he's the real one. And then pushes my glasses up. And then he loses memories, and it turns out that he's actually part alien, part hedgehog, because there's the aliens that are black and red called the dark blood somethings. They came back and like, we're gonna take over the world. We're gonna take over the world because Ivan Robotnik said, hey, made a deal with us to do something with Earth and then destroy it. But Shadow was like, nah, son, I'm the main character now.
So you know what else is scary?
What else is scary?
The TV version of Terraformers. God damn.
Don't even talk to me about fucking Terraformers.
Hey, if anyone's listening out there and you haven't watched Terraformers, please find a Blu-ray of it and just watch it in that version only. If you want to have any experience with this fucking series.
So it's supposed to be creepy, right? It's supposed to be creepy. Like
Yeah.
people go to Mars, they're trying to like, terraform it, try to make it habitable. But there's these cockroach people, I guess. These big buff cockroach people
Mm-hmm.
that have weird faces, and they just like they're ruthless. They just murder the shit out of people. And like in brutal fashion, or would be brutal fashion if like the sense like it's so censored. The regular version it's like it's not even funny. Like it's literally a big black circle over whatever's happening.
Like
It's not even like, oh, it's
I feel like
pixelated. No.
I feel like someone went over it and fucking MS Paint and just picked up the fucking circle tool and just spread that shit all over. Like,
Exactly.
It is terrible. Like it's damn near unwatchable to a degree. You know?
Oh yeah, it's completely. I hope I am the only person that angry reacts to this. I don't know why two people angry reacted. Who's that other person? Sorry, I got another ad for the fucking Midwest Fur Fest. Fuck you, Facebook. Listening in on what I'm saying.
Hey, you're watching Beastars. They're like, oh, he must be a fan.
Look at that. He's fucking look at them rabbit girl titties. You like that, huh? You like that?
You got the Zuck coming in like, so I see you're a man of culture.
We can't just fucking. We can't just be like, oh, it's a one-off thing. It's like, all right, so we pass that scene, but then later on, we find out one of the fucking cheetah girls was in a fucking dominatrix fucking.
I bet you want to see that
house because it's one of those special houses where herbivores go to get dominated by carnivores. Like, look at that! Isn't that fucking hot? Don't you like that? I fucking want to kill myself. Like, I just want to enjoy this anime. It's got good directing. Stop with the furry shit.
Jarron, you're asking a series about anthropomorphic animals to not be furry.
Stop making it sexual. It's weird. It's cool. The dynamic of the fact
Jarron,
that they're animals and they have
too,
to.
Okay, animals.
No, they don't.
If you
no, they do it over there, not on my screen. Hashtag not my screen. I like the struggle of the fact that they're animals and they have to deal with that. The whole predator prey thing. The whole carnivores have to deal with their fucking their like desire to eat people. Like, I like it. The psychological breakdown is cool. And then the one of the characters that the leader of the drama club, he's like this deer, this stag. He's like, I gotta be strong because, I'm not gonna be, I gotta be strong. I gotta show that herbivores, or at least I don't fuck everybody else. I gotta show that I, as a herbivore, am strong. So I broke my fucking ankle, but I'm gonna keep performing because I'm a motherfucker. Even though I'm a piece of shit, I'm a motherfucker. Like, he's one of the coolest characters I've ever fucking seen. But no, we gotta go look at the fucking white rabbit. She's gonna fucking suck your dick. Like, stop.
There's gonna be some really raunchy ass doujins.
I know it. I hate it.
Just imagine all that fur getting all wet and
shut up, you fucking skank.
Jarron, we gotta have a furry on the podcast one day and
really
have a discussion.
No,
we are an open platform to talk.
No,
about
we're not. No, we are prejudiced. We are intolerant.
Maybe you are. I'm just having some
conservative, if you will. This is a conservative podcast, Jomel.
Is it? Okay.
Yep.
What are you trying to conserve then? Humanity?
We're conserving human decency.
Is that what we're trying to conserve? Human decency?
No furs allowed.
No.
Go do your shit over there in the fucking hell pits where you belong.
Okay. I don't know, John. One day I'll fucking. I don't know.
You can Vor come on our show. You want to fucking.
How about Lolicon or
I don't know. You want to blow up your balls with fucking water? I don't know. Do whatever you want to do. Lollies, you're still a piece of shit. You can stay over there with the fucking furries. But even then, at least you're not in a fucking fursuit. Cause see, everything I just mentioned becomes worse when you put furries in it. Like, you do that as humans, then you have to be a furry and do it, and it's worse.
I
Like
feel like
you taking
I
a
feel like you
bad
can,
and then fucking making it worse.
I mean, I feel like you can objectively do that with a lot of other things.
Yeah, you can do that with everything, and that's the problem.
Oh no, well that's the thing. I think adding the furry thing is just as much as like adding like kids, for example, for pedos.
No, because you could be a furry child. See,
That's digging deep. I think you're
yeah,
digging too
exactly.
deep
It's
into
digging
this.
deep. It's worse. It's worse. It's objectively worse. It makes me want to die. Like, no, it doesn't ever make me want to die. What's worse than death? I want to be stuck in limbo, getting my fucking balls burned off every fucking ah.
Not have tea time with a furry.
No, exactly. And what were we saying? What were we talking about? What anime were we talking about? Fucking what?
We were on one anime. You fucking.
Because you keep setting me off on this shit.
No, we were talking about Terraformers because I was scrolling down and shit.
Right.
No, but in real talk, there one thing that does that have been, at least recently, that's been going good with certain genres is like thriller. Like thriller is probably like the best way to like enjoy certain series, you know,
Yeah,
even without the horror aspect. Like being able to just kind of be on the edge of your seat and try to guess what happens, but at the same time not knowing. You know, just having that unknown and not see whatever that's about to come. And a perfect example of that is the Promise to Neverland.
Yeah.
Where like, how do you explain it? It's pretty much like
you said, it's a thriller. Like that.
Yeah.
Bottom line, it's like what is gonna happen next? Like these kids are in this situation. There's these demons. Mom's fucking trying to eat your ass. Like we gotta fucking get out of here, dude.
Exactly. And when you think you're a step ahead of them to say, oh, maybe they'll do this, or like 10 steps ahead of what you were originally thinking of. And then so the other characters, how they interact with each other in that sense. You know, you don't know how to trust. You don't know who to fucking trust. This kid Phil is being weird over there with his big ass chin on the corner. You know.
Fuck Phil. Like, I swear to God, I guess that was the biggest misdirection because like I always thought Phil was gonna be like, you know, he was the spy. No, he was that boy. He was just it.
And is that a spoiler,
brilliant
though?
misdirection on their point. What?
Is that a bit of a spoiler though? If you guys haven't watched this.
Well, maybe. But we're talking about scary shit, and Phil's fucking spooky with that big ass chin.
Yeah. We're talking like Akira levels of fucking big chin here.
So I will say, what was that? That second episode? No, that was the first episode.
No, it was first episode. First episode was a make it or break it for this fucking series, and it made it for me.
Oh, it fucking made it. It fucking built the mansion, blew it up, and fucking built the fucking Sears Tower from the ashes. Like, come on now.
Mm-hmm. And like
it was.
Oh, sorry.
Go on.
No, finish your thought. Finish your thought.
I'm sorry. I'm just sucking the anime's dick. Like, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. Like,
okay. And me personally, I found the other series to be also kind of in that same realm of like kind of like thriller in a sense where like I wouldn't know what the hell's gonna happen and it wouldn't go as what I would expect it to be. School Live or School Live.
Oh boy.
Gakugurashi.
Yeah, I know. I get you.
I mean, this was another like one of those like first episode make it or break it thing because it kind of that first episode does a lot and then some at the end, you know.
Well, I mean, it doesn't do a lot. It does so little with the beginning, but it's that in itself is the misdirection, you know.
Yeah. The
little bit became a lot.
And I'm sort of upset they never continue this because like it gets even so intense with the girls and like when they go to the college and shit because the manga's still going if I remember correctly, and this anime was back in 2015 and shit goes shit flies off the fucking wall. I've been seeing screenshots of like pages of like, you know, like those death screams and shit like that. Like, god damn. I mean, it's cute and all, but it does enough for you to like realize that there's some unsettling shit going on here.
Mm-hmm. But that's the beauty of it, you know. Moe girls getting their shit destroyed. Thank you, Madoka Magica, for bringing us an age of quality content. Cute girls getting fucked up.
Yeah, and now we're getting a slew of some other good Mahou shoujo series that kind of just fucks you up. You know what? Because of that, I want I want to have fucking what is that called? Um, Maho Shoujo, Rebirth or something. Oh my
What
god.
are you talking about?
There's another magical girl series, like a manga series, that I ran into some years back, and it is straight up like creepy. Like if you combined like well, let's see, if you combined Madoka Magica, right, Jarron,
Uh-huh.
and Tim Burton, you'd get that.
Oh, that actually sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, I can't remember for the life of me what it was called, but the manga, like it had a similar structure to like how what is it? High School of the Dead kind of felt, where like normal day
Oh,
and shit just goes off the wall one day.
was it?
And
And so yeah, so was it? What was it? Blah, blah, blah. Instead of zombies, all the like things that came to kill all the humans were like these weird, fucked up magical girls.
yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I read. Well, I was reading that like a long time back. That shit was fucking crazy.
And see, I want that to be animated one day, because that is fucking
Uh,
amazing.
that's it'd be difficult for that one to get animated. One, because
You think?
the artists that
Mm-hmm.
did that, I don't know if they still, because that his their work have a very specific like style to it. Because they also did this one of my favorite. I guess I really can't call it one of my favorites. It's just one really kooky anime that or manga I read called The Voynich Hotel, where it's just like their art style's really like loosey goosey,
Like like creatively loosey goosey, or like kind of.
like cartoony,
Oh, okay.
which is fine. Again, if they animated it, it would be great, and that would be one hell of a good anime. But it would definitely be rated R in terms
Yeah.
of our American values, because there's nudity and there's a
Oh.
lot of gore.
Yeah. Maybe it might be difficult to like have that even be out in public in general, but.
Yeah.
Oh, I found it, by the way. It's Maho Shoujo of the End. That's the one.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. So yeah,
Like,
basically, like a regular day, but these weird Tim Burton ass parasite looking motherfuckers, magical girls, come down from the sky and start fucking up the world. I don't
mm-hmm.
know why, because I haven't gotten that far, but like the first few were just like, oh yeah, they just twisted little, doll like girls, and they just, size and weapons and shit, and they just murder people. Then they started getting weird. Like there was this one where it's like she had a huge fucking big buff bodybuilder body,
Ah.
like huge, but like in the nub that was supposed to be like a head, it was just like a mountain of flesh where the neck would be, and then this little girl face sticking out of it. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck you up if you come over here. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
cool. Like she was so chill about killing people, and I it was funny.
The fucked up thing about it, like the magical girl itself is just a head. Like that's her thing. Her thing is like it's like a parasite. It infects like other bodies and shit, and
Yeah.
like accumulates it as her own. And brutal is probably like is probably like the least kind of thing I could say about this fucking series. Like it like. For the faint of heart, it could be kind of unsettling to even just look at,
Hmm.
even though it's just panels and pages and whatnot. But
Right.
it gets intense really quickly in like the first few chapters. So
Right.
it's intense.
But
It's also intense story wise too, because they start getting weird in terms of like realities of becoming a thing. If I remember correctly, because I read at past a certain point, and like there's more to the world than what they see. All that good shit,
right.
and
I
breaking
only got so
realities. And
far when they initially got to the mall.
oh, okay. Is that when you met the cop?
Yeah. Yes, that's when they met the cop. But the main reason why it'd be rated R, again, not just for the gore, is because there's a lot of sexual content,
Yeah,
from what I
like
remember.
sexually immoral or immoral, sexual immorality.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's really one of those like it's one of those kind of like series that kind of like how High School of the Dead was, kind of shows you how shitty human beings can get when they're backed up into a corner.
Hmm.
Like it really kind of puts them on a spot. So definitely, for you guys not just listening to hearing about this for the first time, definitely check it out. Um, if you're into it, so Yeah, Maho Shoujo.
I mean, it's
Again.
good. Like I said, it's basically what was it? High School of the Dead, but instead of zombies, they're weird, fucked up magical girls that murder the shit out of people. And remember, they're all sentient. All the magical girls are sentient. Or at
Yeah.
least maybe most of them.
No, well, they have. Yeah, they're all they know what they're doing at a certain point.
Right. But like, it was fucky. It's good though.
Really good, and like less etchy as well. From if we're comparing it to High School of the Dead.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Lot
There's
less
sexual
etchy.
content, but it's for the sake of the story, not just to lovers, titties.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's more so like just tension between people and
Mm-hmm.
moral decisions and shit like that.
Right.
But that's the thing though. Like I think the furthest we can ever get in terms of anime and horror at all could be just the unsettling watch experience. And I think that's probably the best we can go for. Because again, I don't know how else an anime itself would scare a viewer and whatnot. I mean, what do you think, Jerome?
I mean, there because it's. I mean, again, I'm gonna use Corpse Party as a good example because they had their fair share of jump scares and stuff like that.
Right.
But like, they were never like scary. They were never like oh, you jump and you make you wanna it's just never that. It was again unsettling. There was a lot of gore, a lot of weird, really shitty parts. Like for example, like the common trend that most children live through a one of these experiences. But no, fucking this guy's little sister literally gets gutted in front of him. Like, oh my god,
Oh God. Yeah.
like it's like it's unsettling. I think that's the best thing that they can do because they have the medium to be unrealistic. Like you can't relate to it to be scared, but it's like, this is
Yeah. Like it's different. Like I think it's different because if it's literally because it's like 2D. Like because we're seeing it as like in a 2D perspective in terms of like the style. Like it's not a live action or anything like that, but because it's like animated, it's not as personable where we can like visibly see shit like that.
Right, exactly.
Unlike something like well, in terms of unsettlingness, I don't know. Human Centipede. Actually seeing that to live people. That
Yeah, that was.
I've yet to watch the third one, by the way. Because I've watched already the first two. I need to complete my fucking Human Centipede trilogy one day. But
I didn't watch the third one either.
But yeah, so see that I think, and because of this dimensional difference, that because we can actually see people do this shit to each other, that's what makes it even more scary. Because more like, oh, this shit can actually happen. Like
I mean,
we can literally watch the physical limitations of what someone will go through and do, on hand to another individual. Like this is probably like one of the things of why films like Human Centipede, what is it, disturbing films, they interest me in a way because like what is it, the taboo of just not having any kind of like remorse for your fellow man, like seeing how far an individual will go. That's what fascinates me. Like I kind of want to watch more disturbing films because they give me that bad taste in my mouth. Like, man, people are really shitty, but that's about majority of the stuff is like fictional to a degree.
right, of course.
But being able to see it play out in front of you, it's fascinating just to watch. Like I don't know if you ever heard of something like, was it like another good famous disturbing film was like what, Salo or Sado? Sado?
Sado.
Salo.
I don't think I've seen that or heard of it. Yeah.
No, Sado.
Sodomy.
Sado. Well, it's based off the word sodomy.
Oh, okay.
Are you watching it? Are you looking at googling it?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Oh no, it's called Salo. Yeah, Salo, or the 120 Days of Sodom. See, I never watched this film. I watched someone else like describe it. It is disturbing, to say the least. And like there's there's people, there's like there's pedophiles, there's just people committing sodomy, people eating shit, there's scalps being knifed, there are testicles being chopped off. It's the whole like 1977 good old disturbing films, like. And and funny thing is, the director of this film, he died in like some sort of accident before this was ever released. So before you could even see it.
Jesus.
And it's based off of a book, I think called the 120 Days of Sodom, in like somewhere in Italy or some shit. It's all fiction, obviously. So, but shit like that. Because see, if I were to watch this in animated. If this was animated, it probably wouldn't have the same kind of effect it would have live action, just because we're not actually seeing people getting fucked up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's that dimensional difference, which accounts for a lot. At least for me, it does. Maybe that's why. That's what I'm thinking. You know. By the way, do not watch Salo or any other disturbing films by yourself because it will fuck you up. I recommend watching these with a couple of friends to like lighten some sort of mood. Maybe, I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. Maybe you just shouldn't.
Yeah, probably just shouldn't at all. It just you don't feel there's no happy endings in these movies at all. Like
I mean that's just how they go. Like that's the whole point of a scary movie. It's like, I mean, yeah, you can have a happy ending, but it's stopped right.
It's just like, what's the worst case scenario for a specific topic?
Right.
Then you watch that, and then you feel good that you're not in that situation. That's sort of how that goes, you know. Which sort of, it's sort of nice knowing how some anime doesn't really do that for me. Maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Was there one that ever gave me that kind of unsatisfying feeling? You know what?
I don't, because there's not a lot of super gory anime.
Me personally, I think it might have been School Days, just because it left me with a what the fuck moment. Like, we got your nice boat, we got girls dying. I don't know what the fuck I watched, and oh, you know what? No, fake news, Jarron. School Days was the one series that freaked me out long term. It scared me long term because like that was back in I was still getting into like anime again, you know, and I just came out of like watching like some romance stuff and a lot of high school romances.
Right.
I told you I've told this whole spiel in the show before, and that fucked me up to a point where like I thought a lot of high school dramas would end up being like School Days, not knowing that they're predetermined tags and whatnot or stories. But it fucked me up for a while. That's probably the one that kind of fucked me up long term. Just because I didn't trust any romance series again after that, at least for a while. Because I watched another one after that, and I'm like, oh no, is she gonna kill that girl?
Who's gonna die? Oh my god!
Yeah, exactly. Because like, oh shit, this one's got a gun. I know, all that shit.
I mean, but that's a good point. It's it carries on the unsettling aspect of it. That's the good part of horror. I mean, it was unnecessary in my opinion, but
Well, what was unnecessary?
The
show?
School Days as an anime.
just having that be in existence.
Yep, but it did what it did. It had a good effect on some people.
Yeah, definitely. I remember when I gave you that fucking. Wait, did I gave you that gift, right? I gave you like a.
Yeah, you gave me a box that looked like the School Days fucking game. And I hit you a lot for it. I remember.
Yeah, that was good.
It was a good time.
It was a good
time punching you for that.
I remember one time you punched me in the fucking chest back in high school.
Yeah, I did punch you in the chest.
Yeah, you went through with your promise. That's surprised the hell out of me. I was out of breath for a good minute or two. I was like, fuck. So. How about you, Jarron? Is there any kind of series that kind of spooked you to that degree?
I honestly, if there was, I don't remember. It's like I don't I don't watch a lot of horror anime.
Right.
Um, and the ones that are listed as horror. Oh no! You know what? There was one anime where I stopped watching it because I didn't want bad things to continue to happen.
Oh, really? What was that?
Yeah, it was Blood Sea.
Oh, wait, is that the original one, right? Or is that the second one?
Nah, yeah,
Or is it
I
Blood
couldn't tell you.
Plus? I know.
Blood Plus is the original. Blood Sea is
Oh,
something to do with it.
yeah. I think that's like the alternate, like a difference, like a sequel in the other in a different place. You know
I
what I mean?
fucking guess. I don't know.
I guess.
I
But
don't know.
you were saying?
But basically, so basic story is like, you know, peaceful, everyday, beautiful, tall. Everyone's tall. Everyone's lanky, tall as shit. Like it's weird. So
Like
it's
we
it's
talking
that
like
art
Code
style.
Geass levels of
Yeah,
like
like Code
lankiness?
Geass levels of fucking lankiness. But everyone's fucking tall as shit. Everyone's regular high school. Introduce your characters. You got your main character. She's bashful,
Mm-hmm.
quiet girl. But she's cute. She's got the guy that she likes. Her little group of friends. There's twins that finish each other's sentences and talk in unison and stuff. That trope and stuff. But like on the down low, she's like this. She's a vampire and she hunts monsters around the town to keep the people safe. But like at a certain point, the monsters stop coming like one by one at night, and there's like a horde, like 5 of them pop up in the city during the day and just start eating her friends. I'm like,
Mm.
not just her friends, but like everybody. And like I dealt with one of her friends' death. I'm like, yeah, it happened. That's fine. But then they killed one of the fucking twins,
Ooh.
and I'm like, you can't kill a twin when they're in that trope. It doesn't work. It breaks.
Mm-hmm.
And like I can't. I literally could not deal with anybody else dying because the main character was sad.
Mm.
Like I liked her too much to continue the anime.
Oh, I see. You got attached.
I got attached and I was like, we're done here.
You can't watch. You can't watch any more bad shit happen at that point.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess that's the one where I just stopped watching it because of where because I guess I was spooked for what was gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing as traumatizing as yours.
Oh.
You
I
know?
mean, I wouldn't want and that kind of fucking trauma to be spread out about to people. Like, I mean, I was horrified. I was definitely
Wait,
horrified.
no. I
What?
I guess it's not so much of a trauma. It's more of a this was a weird anime and I don't know what it was about.
Mm-hmm.
I objectively know what it was about, but I know like what it was. It was called Alien 9. I showed
Oh.
Jomel just before we started the podcast.
Uh-huh.
And like so the basic premise is that these girls are in middle school.
Mm-hmm.
Certain girls get selected to be part of this like Earth Defense Club, and they are partnering with these weird alien frog hat things that eat other aliens. So their job is to go around, defeat aliens, and have their frog people eat them. So simple premise, right? It's middle school, little girls, blah blah blah, whatever.
Right.
But it's like, so I guess it's a bit of a, I don't know, it's not really a spoiler. The whole theme of it is puberty,
Mm-hmm.
but like they make it so fucking weird and uncomfortable. I mean, like gets the point, but like it's really uncomfortable. Like some of the shit that goes down, it's like I don't
Oh,
like
seriously?
some of the interactions between the girls and their little frogs is so weird, and it's like, I don't know. Like nothing's actually happening, but it's like this is weird. Why are they doing it this way? This feels fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because the main character's a whiny little shit.
Oh.
It's like, no, this is weird. She's
I mean,
exemplifying what I'm saying. She's just
yeah.
saying everything's fucking weird.
I feel like she's the one that makes sense out of this.
Right, exactly. But yeah, no, if you ever get a chance to watch Alien 9, it's not so much like scary, it's just really unsettling. It's 4 episodes.
Oh, really? It's only four? I
Yeah,
didn't see that.
it's a short one.
Oh my gosh.
It's just, I don't know. It's
I mean,
I don't
I
know.
watched.
It's really weird.
Yeah, I saw.
That's all I can say.
I started because I saw the trailer sometime like when when you sent it to me, and I
Mhm.
was trying to make sense out of what I could see, just the little amount I could see,
Mhm.
and I feel like I'd be kind of confused most of the way. But shit, it does interest me just because it's weird, you know, kind of like what I'm kind of curious of what they're trying to do. What they're trying to do, are they? Is there like a bigger force coming or something? Or because they were playing lacrosse in one scene, and then all of a sudden they started shooting things with a
Well,
gun. I'm like,
their whole thing is based off of lacrosse.
is it? Oh,
But yeah, like because they use like lacrosse sticks to
yeah,
capture smaller aliens. They
yeah, I saw
skate
that.
around with guns and shit. I don't know.
Like, that's like I thought it was I thought it was a sports anime for a second, and then they started shooting shit. I'm like, oh, I guess not. I guess there's something even more serious that's going on that I'm not aware of.
Yeah.
So definitely not something to start off with if you're a newcomer in that genre.
I mean, if you want to understand the absolute weirdest part of anime, sure, go for it. But like,
True, though. I mean, drawn and even in this context, even in the context of like this kind of topic of discussion, would you ever
Mhm.
recommend School Days?
I don't want to. Uh,
'Cause I remember we talked about this like some time ago, like on the show one time. It was like, you hate School Days, but objectively, it's good for what it's trying to portray.
yeah, oh yes, objectively, it is good for what it's trying to portray. It's giving a slightly realistic version of what would happen if a person actually had a harem.
Mm-hmm.
And newsflash, you're a piece of shit. Uh, I guess because it's depicting that it's not bad.
Yeah, and it's also easy. It's easy to catch on just because it's like again, it pulls you in with the usual tropes of romance anime, and then it hits you with the, oh shit,
I mean,
someone else
it's
is
not
coming
really even
down,
a hit. It's a gradual thing.
like a slow burn kind of thing.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it
until you
is.
just realize like exactly you get to a certain point where it's like, oh fuck, everybody's a problem. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Like you think that one person's a problem, then you realize everyone's shit. You
except
know.
for Kotonoha,
Oh,
she was the innocent one, and she's the victim here.
that's true. Yes, that I can
She
get
just
behind.
wasn't strong
That I can
enough
get
to move
behind of.
on.
That I can get behind of, and so
Yeah.
can another character in that series. But we're not gonna horrify you with stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to watch it and suffer with me, go for it.
Or you could play the
But
game. There is a new HD remake of the game. You can make your own bad decisions, and hopefully you get that small window of a good ending, like
yeah,
it's
you
famous
get your
for.
two fucking good endings.
I swear to
One
God,
of
John,
them's
we get
not really that good.
we need to have you play that game just so that I want to.
No.
Because no, remember you said that you would if you were to play the game of play the quote unquote School Days game, like if you were in that situation, you would do your damn best to get out of that situation, right?
Yeah, but I know it's impossible.
No, it's possible.
I
There
mean,
is
it's possible, but
there
not
is
your
a good
first
ending.
try.
Well, you don't know that. You already know what happens. You already know who to avoid. You already know what you should be maneuvering around. You just gotta make sure the choices that you have is equal to what you're trying to get to in the end.
Hmm.
Let me draw. We'll have you. I mean, if it makes you feel better, I'll play along with you and then be help in making your choices as well if need be.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's just, it's a lot. It's a lot, and I don't like it.
I mean, is it though?
Yes. It traumatized you, Jomel.
It
Of
did
course, it's a lot.
Yes, it did traumatize me, but I was but a wee weeb.
A wee
back
bab.
a wee bab, yeah. I was but a wee
Okay.
bab back in the day,
Okay.
and I know now that anime is expands further than what my expectations were. Like, Drum, did you know that I was not familiar with a 2-core series until like high school? Like a live 2-core series. Like I was already comfortable with the idea, like, oh, this anime, I'm at episode 13 of this anime, it's probably done. And then there's another episode. I'm like, wait, what? What's going on here? That was like,
Nani?
I didn't find out about the topic of like series that can go past 13 episodes within the back to back in 2 different seasons. I was like, what? There's more? I have to watch more, and stuff like that. And then same thing with the concept of live anime. Like, I didn't know I had to wait for episodes week by week during a certain season. I'm like, what is this bullshit?
How was that realization? Wasn't that great?
It was terrible. Just because the anime I was watching at that time was Guilty Crown. I happened to be watching it during the time it was live on the second core of it, and I was just livid. I was like, "What the fuck is this? Where's the next episode?" And then I read the comments like, "Oh, I can't wait till next week." I'm like, "Next week? What are you talking about?"
Oh, speaking of, did I ever tell you that I watched that? I finished
Recently?
it.
Oh, did you?
I think.
Do you?
I have a memory of watching it and getting pretty far into it, but I don't exactly remember if it finished. I just remember, I guess, spoiler alert for Guilty Crown. Like, how do I say it? Like, this, like, we found out that it was what was it, his little sister or like childhood friend, whichever it was the actual villain, and she needed. I think they were able to defeat her, but I just don't remember.
It's been a while too. Yes.
Thanks, Jomel.
I remember the plot point you're talking about now, but like, I think she existed in a different body, like a different form.
Mm-hmm.
And then they defeated her in that form.
Right. I don't know.
What was the point again? I can't remember what the point was.
I don't know. I just brought up Guilty Crown because I had just remembered that I finished it or watched it or whatever I did with that show.
Mm-hmm.
What were we talking about initially? We were talking about school days and how spooky it was.
Oh yeah.
And then
the last thing we did talk about was school days.
Then what else? What? Oh, fuck. So I just came back from a fucking all-you-can-eat soul food restaurant, and I'm fucking itis-ing hard right now. If you don't know what the itis is, ask your black friend.
If you have any.
If you don't, because you're like, I don't know, somewhere. It means when you eat and you get tired.
Yeah.
Because your body is like, oh my god, you did not just. All right, we have to divert all energy to the stomach. Go to sleep, you fuck.
Exactly. Digestion in process.
Exactly.
That whole fucking thing.
Except you power through it because you hate your body, and it's like he's not going to sleep. All right, turn it into fat.
There we go. And that's why you get fat.
Yeah.
Because you eat too much and you go back to work.
Right. Well, no. I'm sorry. Other way around. If you don't do something right after you eat, it doesn't get burned off, and then it gets turned into fat.
Okay.
But you've eaten so much that your body needs that extra energy to digest it all, but you won't go to sleep. So it's like, well, I'm kind of in a situation now.
Yeah. Yes, you are.
But yeah, so I'm tired. So I apologize. Oh shit! If I yawn a little bit, because my body's currently trying to rebel against me. But
okay. Yeah, for once we're not recording this in like 2:00 in the morning, so.
Right, but still tired.
You're never gonna get away from that.
No. Another, I guess, going back to the list here.
Yeah, we'll finish off with something. I don't know. What can we finish off on?
I don't know. Like there's like some genuine like good like. I guess a good recommendation for a good spooky show.
Well, if you're asking just that, I'd have to go with School Days just because of my own personal experience with it. You know,
Right.
I'm not trying to fuck you guys up, but it fucked me up, and hopefully it doesn't fuck you guys as much. But I would
God, I
recommend
wish
School
I could.
Days.
Oh, you know what? You know what I'm gonna recommend?
What?
You know what I'm gonna fucking recommend? Are you ready? I'm recommending Boogie Pop.
What? Which one?
I don't know which. There's more than one.
Wait, you don't know about? Yeah, it's apparently there's more than one.
Okay.
There's
Well, never mind. I don't.
there's 2019, and there's one from 2000 and 2000.
You know,
There's one from fucking 2000.
never mind. Fuck that. I'm gonna recommend. I'm gonna recommend Helsing.
Oh, okay. There
'Cause
you go.
I've watched. I guess semi recently. I watched that. I think beginning of last year, or maybe it was last year around Halloween. I don't remember. But I watched Helsing Ultimate,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really fucking good. If you like, Nazis and vampires and stuff.
Yeah, and we're not joking about that. Literally, Nazis and vampires.
Yeah, that's the show. That's it in its entirety. But it's gory, it's cool. Helsing's that classic badass. Whereas
Yeah.
but see, here's the thing: he's not edgy.
He's well, he's
He's
isn't he
not
like? But he's funny though. Like
he's
he takes on more of a satirical approach to things, doesn't he?
right. He's like the idea of your big, tall, dark, scary guy, but he's got a kind of like arrogance to him
Mm-hmm.
where it's like, yeah, I know I'm the tough shit, you know.
But he doesn't though.
Um, but he is the tough shit, you know.
Yeah.
That's but it's also funny. Like he's if he was a D&D character, his charisma would be 20.
Mm.
Um. Oh, if you need a good spooky anime this season, Helsing Ultimate. Um, you don't need to. Maybe even Parasite. I guess I'd say Parasite.
Oh yeah, Parasite is good. It's definitely one of those good thrillers, and to throw on top of that as well, The Promised Neverland, which is the one we
Promise
talked
Neverland.
about in the beginning. Definitely something like those two are really good thriller series for what they are.
Uh huh.
So.
Oh,
highly
and
recommend those.
what is it called? I'd say Devilman Crybaby.
Oh, okay. I still get to watch it, but I've heard a lot of good things about it as well.
It's something. It's good. I'll give you that. It is good. It's
Mm.
we talked about happy endings and whatnot. It
And
has an ending.
if you guys also want to go in for the long haul, I also want to personally recommend the Berserk movie trilogy, the Golden Age
Oof.
arc.
Woof.
So, all three are available on Netflix, as at this time. So, you guys want to watch something lengthy and interesting for Halloween?
Creepy.
Well, that too. Well, perfect for Halloween coming up.
Yep.
The Golden
Yeah, is
Arch.
is that what Halloween's all about? Gee,
I'm-
that's awful.
And Berserk's-
Yeah, but if you're gonna watch Berserk, if you are someone that has had trauma in the past,
Mm,
be ready.
yeah, and just to throw in something a little lighthearted, Jarron.
Uh-huh.
This is probably the only dub I'll ever recommend, like an English dub.
No, there's a couple dubs. Like the Bakano dub's really good.
Okay. Oh, and also,
Yep.
I mean, I also probably like Kogeasu now that I think about it too in dub.
And Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh yeah, that's true.
All right, there's a lot of good dubs out there.
But
But
this one I recommend dub only. Here, this is the one I would recommend dub only. Then.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. A little anime called Ghost Stories. It is available on Crunchyroll, and without saying anything else, you guys, watching it
If
in
you
English dub only is probably the most
Yeah.
enjoyable way to watch this entire series.
Oh, easily. However, if you're triggered by the word retarded, then don't watch it.
I guess, yeah. I mean, it's all made in good faith.
I mean, it's
Some
definitely a product of its time.
Yeah, it is. I mean, the one thing I can remember is like, what is it? Think you're being chased by a scary black man. That scene.
Yeah, I definitely did watch a couple episodes of it. It was fucking.
I mean, if you guys already know what it is, you guys know what we're talking about. If you haven't seen it, you don't. You guys definitely have to take a look at this in the dub, in the English dub. So
Yeah, that's one of the honestly, yeah, one of the rare times where it's. I mean, okay, again, I guess we just defeated that purpose, but like it's one of the few times because there's not many anime out there that have really good dubs. It's not in recent times, and granted, Ghost Stories isn't a very recent anime.
right, no, not at
Uh,
all.
but it's one of the ones where it's just the dub literally makes it special.
Yeah, and if
Like it
anything,
completely changes the entire plot of the fucking show.
and the tone too. Like it's like it's kind of like the how the Office is between the UK versus the US in a sense. Different tones for the same kind of like similar premise of a
Well,
show.
I mean, I guess it's yeah. I mean, yes, it is a similar premise, but like all the characters are pretty much different.
Well, to a degree, yeah. Different like
I
abilities and all
mean,
that.
I mean, I don't know about to a degree.
I mean, the only actor I do like in that is Ricky Gervais in the UK version. That's about it.
Oh no, I'm not talking about The Office.
Oh, talking about Ghost Stories.
Fuck. Talking about Ghost Stories.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I like Momoko, little Christian girl.
Yeah.
And praise Jesus, everybody.
What would a conservative Christian Bible thumper do in the wake of ghosts and Japanese ghosts and demons?
What?
That's her character.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
But it's a really good time. Ghost Stories is sit down with your friends and just have a good time.
Yeah. This is definitely something you could also definitely enjoy with friends around. So.
God, for the life of me, I can't remember that one with where they turn into baby people, baby spirit things.
I mean,
I just don't know what it was called. I don't. What?
No, I mean, again, that sounds incredibly interesting. I can't even conceive what you're trying to say.
I just don't know what the title of that anime was. Like I legit, like I don't even see it on this list. Because I know it had to be considered a horror, but I just don't know what it was called. But I mean, I'll find it. Maybe I'll post it somewhere if I can find it.
Oh yeah.
But I hope you do enjoy them recommendations. Oh, also watch Blade because that was done by Madhouse.
Oh yeah. There you go. Wow. But as always, guys, we've been at this for a little bit. We're gonna cut it short this time around, just because the last couple of episodes are literally 2 hours long at least. So we don't want to ramble on for too long. But as always, guys, thanks for listening. Thank you for downloading us. We can't be doing this without the support of you guys. Just as a friendly reminder, we are about less than 1 month away from DaishoCon 2019 in the Dells. So, if you are swinging by in the Dells and you recognize our voices and or our faces, please come by, say hi, and maybe tell Jarron that he's wrong about something. We'll probably tell you that you're wrong.
Convince me that furries are good.
There you go. If you're a furry out there,
I dare you.
If you yourself are a self-identified furry, please come up to us. Come up to the show. Or probably we might be doing a live show like we did in ASIN 2018. We don't know yet. The plan is still up in the air. But if you see us around with a mic, or just want to see us, or you see us in general, come tell Jarron that furries are welcomed in this world.
Are some of the best people. I was fucking. I don't know what I was watching. Like, so there was something. I was like, oh yeah, well this furry convention raised a bunch of money for this charity, and I'm like, oh yeah, fairies are some of the best people in the world. I'm like, yeah, great. Thank you for raising money for a charity. You, McDonald's, and every other corporation in the world that raises money for charities and know that they're pieces of shit.
So what are you trying to say?
Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
No. If it's from genuine goodwill, thank you. And I'm pretty sure it is. But like, you can have goodwill and still, eat babies,
What? I'm not really sure what you're trying to go with that, Jarron.
I'm saying that you can do good, and that's great. Maybe objectively you're good, but subjectively, fuck you.
Well, I guess that's probably one way to put it, I guess, yeah.
Damn right.
All right, but as always, guys, make sure to have a spoopy Halloween this coming week. It's gonna be on a Thursday. Awkward ass day for going to people's houses and getting candy. But it's also Thirsty Thursday, so get your drinks on. Not too hard.
Oh, people are gonna be fucking drunk as shit out in the streets.
Just don't get too much of your drink on Thursday because you gotta go to work on Friday. So, make sure you stay safe out there, guys. Go out. If you guys have families, go out with your kids, get some candy, and make sure you eat some of that as well because you deserve it.
Yeah. This is the only day you're allowed to wear a fursuit. Halloween is the only day.
Well, how about conventions?
No.
No, not even. That's what they're made for, Jarron.
Nope.
I'm gonna get you. I swear to God, I'm gonna get you some tickets to like a fur convention.
I will literally eat them in front of you. I will eat the ticket. Well, I don't care what it's made out of. I will literally eat it.
Little do you know, I will have given you copies, and we'll be both going. You know, we gotta explore the world, Jarron. We gotta see the possibilities of how far humanity has descended upon hell.
Okay.
So, but as always, guys, my name is Jomel Socorro.
My name's Jarron Gaddis.
And we are the Wannabe Boo podcast, bringing you the latest and greatest game anime news, reviews, and waifus for life.
Thanks for listening, guys, and we'll talk to you next time. Matane!